So P. Diddy has finally been arrested. Yes, you heard that right. P. Diddy has finally been caught. The diddler has been diddled. Now, I made a video on this quite a while ago when all this stuff was coming out about him. Like, obviously, since then, videos have been released of him beating his ex-missus, and a lot more allegations have been thrown his way. Now, as of like 2-3 days ago, P. Diddy has actually been arrested, and these are the charges he faces. Now, I'm not laughing because these charges are funny. I'm laughing because of how many there are. It's ridiculous how this guy wasn't caught beforehand. Now, these are the charges I found on NBC News. They state music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, who was arrested last night at a hotel in New York, has been charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Mental. At a hearing today in Manhattan, Combs pleaded not guilty. He was denied bail and will remain in custody. The charges are tied to freak-offs, coerced sex acts that Combs allegedly orchestrated and recorded, according to a federal indictment. A bail appeal hearing has been set for tomorrow afternoon. Combs has faced a wave of lawsuits, one as recent as last week, accusing him of sexual assault and misconduct in the past year. He has denied any wrongdoing. Now, not being funny, but to deny all this is ridiculous. Right? It just makes you look really silly. I know a lot of people probably thinking, maybe he'll get out of it if he denies stuff. That's not the case. There is overwhelming evidence. He wouldn't be arrested and denied bail otherwise. Now, I want to start off talking about these freak-offs that he had. Apparently, these were parties he would hold at his house or mansion, and he would basically drug a load of people that he had also sex trafficked and watch them do the deed while he did the deed, which is absolutely fucking abhorrent. It's disgusting. Now, it's not said who was actually involved in these parties. Okay, nobody's actually come forwards really talking about it, and I'm not surprised either. Like, you wouldn't really want to be known for that. I know the question on a lot of people's minds is probably, why didn't anybody say anything sooner? Now, I watched a video from Most Critical like a day ago, and he made a pretty good point.
Much like Epstein, it feels like everyone knew he was on some heinous shit, but no one came forward because he's so influential. Well, that was one of the big things. If I remember correctly, he had like a lot of dirt on everyone through throwing his Diddy parties. So I think that was a big piece of leverage for him in keeping people quiet for so long.
Basically saying if they did come forwards, he would come out and basically just like release a sex tape or something of them having, or them doing stuff, you know, like them doing deeds they don't want people to see. Like, he had a lot of shit on a lot of people. This guy was a very, very powerful man in the music industry and just in the industry in general. He's basically the Harvey Weinstein of music. But as you can see, all these charges are pretty disgusting. You know, prostitution and sex trafficking. Fucking, what are you doing? I guess when some people get so famous, their evil side comes out like this. You know, it's gross. I just don't understand people's mentality that actually do this sort of stuff. Genuinely, I think you have to be sick in the head if you think that that's okay. Now, in my last video, I also spoke about Diddy's apology that he came out with, which was ridiculous. You know, here it is.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry.
Like, watching this now and seeing the charges that he's facing is crazy. It makes his apology just seems so stupid. Like, he's not sincere in this at all. He doesn't care. If he cared, he wouldn't have done any of the stuff he did. The stuff he was doing was pure evil. And I dread to think the other artists that he'd done stuff to, you know. He had quite close ties with Usher, Justin Bieber. Now, these people probably aren't going to come forward and say anything happened, but who knows? Also, NBC News state prosecutors accused Combs of witness tampering, saying at a hearing today that the rap mogul's employees tried to ensure his ex-girlfriend and hotel employees wouldn't say anything about the beating at a Los Angeles hotel 8 years ago. That was from that video of him beating his ex-missus. Now, when that video came out, Okay, anybody that was actually protecting him surely understood that something bad was going on, you know? Like, I don't think anybody was actually protecting P. Diddy after that video came out. As far as I seen, everybody kind of just hated on him as soon as it came out. You know, it just made everything look so real. And that's what made him apologize. Like, it took that to come out for him to apologize. And he didn't even apologize, really. He just basically was like, I'm in a bad place. It's like, shut up. When I first heard about him being arrested as well, I thought, oh, you know, it's probably going to be one of them things where he's going to get bailed out. So for them to deny him bail, that's how you know this stuff is actually really, really serious. Like, this guy is worth a lot of money. He has a lot of power. So all the stuff he's actually done to get himself arrested is really, really, really bad. Now, all these charges have obviously come out. I'm sure there's a lot more to come out as well. I don't know whether this trial is going to be like a live trial or something like this, or anything else is going to come out about it, but I guess we'll see. I, for one, think that more stuff is going to come out, like more serious stuff that's been brushed under the carpet, because let's be real, he's definitely hid some stuff through the years. If he's actually trying to make sure that nobody says anything about the stuff he's done, what has he actually got people not to speak about? You know, that's what I want to know. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy that someone this big was going through all this shit, you know, doing all this stuff to people and nobody knew. Like, I'm pretty sure people in the industry knew about it, but were just too scared to come out and speak about it, which is sad, really. Because if something like that's happening, you should be able to just speak up about it. You shouldn't feel scared to speak about stuff. But I guess that's the power this guy had over people. I think the saddest thing is this sort of behavior seems to be a recurrent thing, you know, with big celebrities like this. It's like they just can't not be assholes. They can't not be evil, degenerate pieces of shit. It's like when you hit a certain level of fame, that's when you're like, your brain just goes, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make a sex party and drug people. Like, come on, man. Like, who thinks that way? It's weird. But yeah, as of right now, P. Diddy is going to prison. For how long? No one knows, really. Hopefully a long time, but let's be real, it probably won't be that long. But when he does come out, all these respects out the window. I don't think anybody's going to be working with this guy anymore, clearly. You know, he's bad news. If you was to work for somebody like this after all this stuff came out, you're a fucking idiot. These lawyers are obviously on his side right now, trying to claim that he's a good person and everything like this. It's like, bro, you can't do that. Like, you could have if there was no, like, solid evidence this guy isn't a good person. But that video of him beating his missus is something else. It's actually abhorrent. Like, I would not watch it. I'm not going to put a clip up here because it's disgusting, okay? When that came out, that's when he should have been arrested. But it took them months. And also at that time as well, they said that that incident happened too long ago for them to do anything about, which I thought was absolutely fucking mind-blowing that you could go and say that. It's like the evidence is right there, you know? And now all this stuff's come out. You literally stopped him being arrested, okay, at that point in time, for what? But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe. New video again next week. And yeah, take it easy, guys. See you later.